the rib roast. It is a traditional holiday dish. It's a great dish to cook anytime. And look at this one right here. Look at the marbling on it. I'm gonna admit I did a special order at my favorite meat market for this. Probably paid way too much, but you know, for a good cook, you've got to start off with a great meat. And look at this one right here. This is a little over 9 pounds, and we're gonna grill this today, and it's gonna be an incredible holiday dish. Let me show you a little bit of what I do to make this turn out so well. First off, we start off with a very simple rub to put on the outside. I've already mixed it up right here, if you can see it. It's a little bit pasty, and I like it that way. This consists of a very simple choice of ingredients. Salt and pepper, of course, minced garlic, a little rosemary. That's it. Now I'll take my rib roast right here, and we will saturate it with some really nice olive oil. I use a light olive oil on this. And of course I don't scrimp on the olive oil. We'll get it all over the rib roast. Very, very, very nice. We'll let that soak in for just a second before we put the rub on. Now, getting the grill up to temperature. This type of cooking is low and slow, like we talk about all of the time. You want to cook it as slow as possible. You want to get that internal temp up, you know, to where you want it at your medium rare. It's going to be around 130. Some people like a little bit more, some people like a little less. Medium rare around here. We've got a place setter set in our grill so it's indirect heat. And then we've got a pan set up underneath this raised grate so that when we put the rib roast down, it'll drip into the pan. And if you'll notice into the pan, I've got some garlic cloves in there. I've got some rosemary. I've got some minced garlic in there. That'll be our au jus after our rib roast is done. We'll put this in here and we will do a reverse sear. Reverse sear is always the way to go on this. We'll do a reverse sear on it after the internal temp has got up to right at about 120. I'll pull the rib roast off and then we'll let it rest. We'll bring the grill up to temperature and we'll do a reverse sear on it. But for now, we're going to start taking all of our goodies here, our minced garlic and our salt and pepper. We're going to rub this and we're going to put it on the grill. So here's the rib roast placed right in the grill. You can see it's flaming up a little bit. That's because of the wood chunks that I put in there to get that wood smoky smell. But as soon as we shut down the grill top, it'll definitely cool back down to temperature. We've got our temperature probe right there into the thickest part of the roast. We've got our temperature gauge set up. And basically, it's that simple. Look at the smoke coming out right now. That's beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and choke that down. Get that going in there. We're going to leave this on until the internal temp of that rib roast gets to about 120, 125. Then I'll pull it off, allow it to rest, and then we'll do a 1-minute sear on each side. Don't even look at it. Just let it sit inside of there. Well, it's been a little over 3 hours we've had our prime rib on the grill, and we're going to open it now and see what we've got. Wow. Woo. Look at that. Is that beautiful or what? I mean, that is beautiful. Okay, so now we've got an internal temp of 125 on our little thing here. Yep. Actually, well, we just hit 126. So definitely going to pull it now. We're going to pull it. We've got some vegetables and stuff like that still cooking. We're going to time all of this out perfectly. I'm going to put this in some foil and let it rest, bring the grill up to temperature, then we'll sear this for 1 minute aside at high temp to really lock in all of those juices. But we're going to let this rest at that internal temp for just a little while. Of course, it'll still continue to cook inside of the foil, but we'll have it off of the grill. Well, here's a cool little tip for you. While I had this one resting, I had to let it rest a little bit longer than I wanted to. So I put it into an ice chest. And look in there. There it is. Still nice and warm. Of course, we pulled it before medium rare, so it's continued to cook inside of the ice chest, all wrapped up into foil. And now we're ready for the sear. Now you can see the grill is up to temperature and it's looking nice and hot. Now, see that sauce right there? You want to always make sure you've got a lot of foil to capture all of those juices. They're in here as well. All of those juices you need to add to your au jus sauce. Very important. And here we go. Oh, yeah. Are you ready for a sneak peek at the sear? Woo! Look at that. Beautiful. Woo! Another angle of this sear going on here. Look at this. We just seared it off. Look at those marks. Is that beautiful or what? We're going to pair this up with Colio. And if you read the back of the label, this is a beautiful Benzinger Pinot Colio, which is that which is of heaven. And you know that this meal right here is going to be a heavenly meal tonight. And this little 2011 Pinot, oh my, it's going to be good. And this is just going to be spectacular for our family meal. You want to look like a rock star amongst your friends? Cook a meal like this one with the reverse sear and those beautiful grill marks and pair it up with a beautiful wine. Wow, they may move in and live with you because the food is so good.